What's up, YouTube fam? Welcome back to my channel. I always freeze after that introduction. Like I don't understand it. I thought it'd be a good idea to kind of make a video about my favorite breakfasts because I know I haven't done a full day of eating in a little while. I thought I'd talk about my favorite breakfasts while on my weight loss journey, because y'all know I've been on this weight loss journey my entire life. In all honesty, you may not have known that. You know I've been on it the last 2 years on this YouTube channel, but I've really been on this thing my entire life. And I've definitely come across some dishes that I don't know, have worked for me, that I feel fill me up in the mornings, that kind of curb some cravings, that just keep me going, that taste good, that are healthy, and that I have been seeing success on while on my weight loss journey. And I thought I'd kind of go over my favorite breakfasts, my top breakfasts that have really helped me out this past year as I'm losing the weight. By the way, if this is your very first time finding me, if you are new to the channel, then what's good? My name is Ashley and I'm currently documenting my weight loss journey here on YouTube. We are actually, I was gonna say I'm 25 pounds down because I've been saying 25 pounds down for a while now, but in all honesty, I have not weighed myself, so I really don't know. And yeah, I'm gonna weigh myself and do an updated weigh-in measurements video and whatnot, so don't even worry about that. But yeah, if you're new to the channel and you want to follow along on my weight loss journey to watch it, if you're doing your own and you just want, you know, to join in on this, then definitely hit the subscribe button. Welcome to the family. And yeah, let's get into this video. So this video would kind of be a straight up lie to you guys if I didn't include the meal that I have been eating basically straight for the past like 8 months. And if you've been watching for a minute, if you've been here, you already gonna know I'm talking about these acai bowls, okay? I love these acai bowls, and yes, they're really carb heavy, but they're full of fruit, jam-packed full of nutrients, full of all the goody goods that you need, you know, and I love them. Okay, let me tell you why. So I am a huge sweet tooth person. I'm an ice cream person. I like to put, you know, cold things in my mouth. I like eating cold foods or, you know, just ice creams, ice, anything cold. I don't know. I don't know, but I do like cold things and I really like sweet things. And so acai bowls is it's one of those dishes that you can have breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I typically eat it for breakfast, and it just tends to satiate any kind of sweet cravings I may have. And honestly, that's because it's full of so many sugars itself, you know, but it's full of natural sugar. So don't get confused, don't get it mixed up, don't think, you know, you can't be having sugar because you're trying to lose weight. Like, no, just it's the right kind of sugars, you know. And there are a ton of ways to prepare acai bowls, but I like to keep mine pretty simple, or I think it's simple anyway. And I just use the base, which is the acai berry, but I buy these frozen packets. I only use 1 to 2 every morning, depending on, you know, how heavy I want my breakfast to be. Typically I use 2 though, like let's be real, like typically I use 2. And I mix that in the blender with about 3 strawberries, half a banana, and a ton of ice. I like to add a lot of ice to it because it helps thicken up the consistency. You know, without the ice, the dish sometimes can be very soupy, but with the ice, it's just thicker. And I prefer eating it with a spoon as opposed to like just drinking it like a drink, you know? So I add a lot of ice to mine. It makes the dish, you know, larger because you're adding more liquid basically, and colder, and just the consistency is much better to me. And so yeah, this is what I do with my acai bowls. I oftentimes also put toppings on top. So I used half of the banana that went into the blender, right? The other half now I chop up and put it on top as a topping. I might also chop up maybe 1 or 2 more strawberries. And commonly I like to throw almonds on top. I usually use 28 grams, just 1 serving of almonds, and chia seeds. And this is one dish that I feel like has been a game changer for me. I swear I would eat it every day for months on end, and I was consistently losing weight while I ate this dish. I mean, of course, like, because it is more carb heavy, you know, especially if you put toppings on it and stuff, throughout the day I would just focus on making sure to hit my protein. But I don't know, I like to eat my carbs earlier in the day. It wakes me up, it gives me energy to go throughout the day. And typically I like to go to the gym anywhere between noon to 3 p.m. and I don't really eat breakfast until about 10 or 11, so it gives me the energy and fuels me to go to the gym. So yeah, these acai bowls, oh my god. Anyway, enough about that, on to the next one. Breakfast number 2 for my favorite breakfast would have to be, drumroll please, What kind of drum is that? Oatmeal. It has to be oatmeal. If you've been following along, you know that your girl loves some oatmeal. I eat a lot of oatmeal, and most people that are trying to lose weight or trying to be healthy consume oatmeal, and that's because oatmeal is one of those dishes that will really hold you over. It'll fill you up. It's so good. You can, you know, customize it and cater it to however you want it. Oh, banana and cinnamon. Oh, you know what? Today I feel like dried cranberries and some other dried crap. Oh, you know what? On this day, I just want some strawberries, or even oatmeal with bacon. You guys know I've chopped up bits and pieces of bacon and put it in my oatmeal. There's just so many ways and so many things you can do with oatmeal. Not to mention freaking overnight oats. You guys know I tried that. If you haven't seen that video, click somewhere on one of these corners and you can watch that. You can make oatmeal sweet. You can make it savory. You can eat it cold. You can eat it hot. You're kind of crazy if you eat it cold. I prefer mine's hot, but yes, oatmeal is really good. It's a great dish. Typically, I prefer, you know, the instant oatmeal, which I know has a little bit more sugar in it, but I don't add anything else to it. You know, I just kind of mix it with water and bada bing, bada boom, your girl is good to go. And it's just quick, it's efficient. The instant oatmeal that I like to use is the high fiber one, because gotta get that fiber in, gotta keep the things moving, gotta keep stuff flowing in your body. And you guys know, like, yeah, I deal with constipation issues, so I always gotta get that fiber in. So yeah, with my acai bowl, I throw in that fiber, add some chia seeds. With my oatmeal, I buy the high fiber kind. I just like to start my day off right with a lot of micronutrients, with foods that's gonna hold me over for the next couple hours and fuel me to go to the gym. Third dish for breakfast is going to be one that I haven't filmed on camera a lot. You may have seen it sporadically, but I actually do eat it pretty often. It's just it's not as consistent as my acai or my oatmeal. But this would have to be this bagel sandwich. I've made this a couple times. I really like it. It's so good. I actually really like the fact that you get a bit of protein in with it, because I use the salmon. I think it's actually called Nova Lox, because maybe it's a certain cut of salmon, I really don't know, but it tastes so good. I mean, who can complain? Bagels, good. Cream cheese, good. Salmon, good. It's all really good. And I also like to put a tomato on there. And so this is a dish that I eat sporadically, not all the time, not every single day, but yeah, I've definitely gone through phases where I do eat it, or if I'm just having a day where this is the dish that I'm craving, then I'll make it, because it's really satisfying. One thing I want to say is, when you're choosing your bagels for this breakfast, just be very cautious of the bagels you're choosing. Some bagels you can get, you know, definitely would have higher macros than others, and that's not a bad thing. You know, don't be afraid to consume some calories, to consume some macros, to consume some carbs, but just be mindful of what you're consuming. That's the key here, right? And so yeah, most of the time I like to eat nice full bagels. When I typically make this breakfast, I get the Dave's Killer Bread bagels, the Epic Everything bagels, because they just work really well. Or you can use like the thin bagels, which are, you know, they're cut in half, and so there's less carbs, there's less calories, yada yada. And yeah, this is one breakfast that's really good, really tasty. And once again, you don't even have to eat for breakfast. You can eat this anytime throughout the day. I mean, I guess in all honesty, you can eat anything throughout the day. Like, we're all adults here, right? Like, YOLO. Breakfast for dinner, breakfast for lunch, lunch for breakfast. And last but not least, for another breakfast that is kind of a go-to for me, especially when I want to get some protein in the mornings, and it's definitely a healthy breakfast, would be eggs and bacon with like a slice of bread, or eggs and bacon with like avocado toast. It's just basically eggs, bacon, and a bread. And I switch that bread up. Sometimes I'll eat scrambled eggs, bacon, and this cinnamon raisin bread, which is really good, and I was kind of a fan of that for a while during my weight loss journey. And other times it'll be eggs, bacon, and avocado toast, which is also, once again, really great, you know. And with this breakfast, you're just hitting so many different macro and micronutrients with that, you know. With the avocado, you get some fat. With the eggs, you're getting some protein. You know, with the bread, you got your carbs, you got your bacon in there, and it's just a really great dish to just start off your morning with. It doesn't make you feel sluggish or super heavy or anything like that, you know. And you can cater it to your macros, cater it to what you're trying to do as far as the calories you're trying to hit and whatnot, you know. With all the dishes, that's what you do. You cater it to your specific numbers. And so yeah, these would have to be some of my favorite breakfasts for the past year that I don't have been reliable for me, that I've consistently been consuming, that are incredibly tasty, really healthy, and just breakfasts, honestly, I feel like I'll probably be eating the rest of my life. And of course, I mean, I'll always be finding eating other things too. But yeah, I thought this would be a good idea to do for a video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm sorry y'all, I'm super whacked out today. I really don't understand what's happening. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you to pieces. Catch you in the next one. Deuces.